How's it going, everyone? I'm Jake, and this is Prompted Life, a channel where I take ideas from AI and make them happen in real life. In today's video, I'm going to be using AI to determine what equipment to use on this channel. Instead of just randomly searching or buying whatever looks good, I wanted to put AI to the test here. I asked ChatGPT for recommendations, I cross-referenced with Google Gemini, and I even checked against a Think Media video on YouTube. That way, for a video like this, we're not just trusting one source. We're fact-checking and comparing across different platforms. What I ended up with was a solid list of starter equipment that balances price, quality, and what creators like us actually need. So the big question for this video is, if I asked AI to build a YouTube setup, what would it recommend? Is it even realistic? Let's find out. I gave AI a simple prompt. Give me the best YouTube setup I can get for under $1,000. Here's what it came back with. First up, the tripod. Not flashy, but absolutely essential. Gemini suggested the K&F Concept 64-inch model, which is compact, budget-friendly, and even converts into a monopod. It's praised for its versatility and sturdy aluminum build, though some reviews say it can be wobbly at full height. Meanwhile, ChatGPT pointed me toward the taller 78-inch K&F tripod, which goes all the way up to 6.5 feet and supports up to 12 kilos. Honestly, both point to the same thing. K&F is a great entry-level option if you want stability without spending hundreds on a pro tripod. Next up is audio, and Think Media, Google Gemini, and ChatGPT were all aligned here. The Hollyland Lark M2. Gemini called it the button-like mic because its tiny magnetic design that almost disappears on camera, but still delivers clear, warm sound. ChatGPT highlighted that it's one of the lightest wireless mics on the market, with a 24-bit recording and a crazy 1,000-foot advertised range, though most people say it's closer to 200. Think Media even used the exact mic in their video, pointing out that the 119 kit often goes on sale for under $100. And you get multiple receivers for phones and cameras in one box. Basically, this little guy punches way above its price point. For desk recordings and voiceovers, AI pointed me right at the Blue Yeti, and Think Media still vouches for it as well. Gemini noted its 4 polar patterns, making it versatile whether you're podcasting, streaming, or just doing a solo recording. ChatGPT reminded me it has handy features like headphone monitoring and easy onboard controls, which makes it super beginner-friendly. The downsides, it's heavy, sensitive to vibrations, and definitely picks up background noise if your space isn't quiet. But honestly, it's still the go-to USB mic for creators for a reason. If I'm going to be recording any gameplay for my YouTube projects, I'm going to need a capture card. And both AI tools pointed me towards the Elgato. Luckily for me, this was something I already had in my arsenal. Gemini's pick was the HD60X, which records smooth 1080p at 60 frames per second and works seamlessly with OBS or Twitch. ChatGPT added that it's budget-friendly and has ultra-low latency. Basically, Elgato has become the standard, and Think Media agreed it's one of the simplest tools to get great gaming footage without headaches. Now this is the big one, the Sony ZV-E10. ChatGPT pointed out it's a 24.2 megapixel APS-C mirrorless camera that still, in 2025, delivers some of the best value for creators, especially since it usually comes bundled with a lens. Think Media actually called this camera their top pick for YouTube beginners, saying it holds up years later for video, photos, and especially thumbnails. The only drawbacks, a few reports of overheating in 4K and no electronic viewfinder. But for vlogging and content creation, it's hard to beat at the price. And finally, a bonus piece of gear, the Eucos tripod stand. Gemini called it a lightweight 62-inch tripod that doubles as a selfie stick, complete with a Bluetooth remote. ChatGPT added that it's built from durable materials and has a cold shoe mount for lights or mics, which is awesome for mobile shooting. Think Media actually used a different budget tripod in their video, but the Eucos is still a solid option for phones or lighter setups. It's not meant for heavy cameras like the Sony, but for second angles, vlogging, or cooking overhead shots, this is a versatile little tool to have in the kit. What's great about these products is I actually purchased them to use in these videos going forward. We'll do a review in a few months to go over how well they've worked for the channel. So that's the gear lineup. research with ChatGPT and Gemini, and cross-reference from real-world YouTube advice from Think Media. So now, what we've all been waiting for, let's get into the rating. For the tripods, AI picked affordable, well-reviewed options, but missed that one stand overlaps with the other. Solid, but not perfect. For our mic options, the Hollyland Lark M2 was a surprisingly good call. It's a great mic, budget-friendly, and it shows AI is pulling from current creator trends. It also recommended the Blue Yeti. AI went with the classic, but it's a little outdated compared to newer compact USB mics. Good, but not the sharpest choice. For game capture, it went with the Elgato game capture card. No complaints, this is the gold standard for streamers and gamers. AI nailed this. And finally, the camera. The Sony ZV-E10. This is the biggest win. It's widely considered one of the best starter creator cameras out there. So overall, AI did a pretty good job at recommending gear. Definitely not flawless, but solid choices that real creators use every day. On the prompted life scale, I'd give this experiment an 8 out of 10. AI graded itself a 7.5 out of 10. Here's why. All the essentials were nailed: the camera, the mic, tripod, even capture gear. And when it cross-checked with Gemini and Think Media, a lot of those recommendations lined up with what the pros are already using. It isn't a 10 though, because it didn't give me tiers of options like budget, mid-range, and pro setups. And it really didn't compare alternatives head to head. If it had shown me why this mic is better than that mic or mapped out an upgrade path, it would have been closer to a 9 or a 10. So that's an 8 for me and a 7.5 from AI. Average it out and we're sitting at a 7.75. We'll round that to an 8. Not bad for video number 2. Let's see if we can match or exceed that in the next one. Well everyone, that's it for this video. If you enjoyed this breakdown and you want to see AI push the limits in other ways, hit the subscribe button, drop a like. Let me know in the comments what you'd trust AI to recommend next. This is Prompted Life with Jake. One human, endless AI ideas.